Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us at today's Genius Machines 2020 Virtual Summit. I'm James Hansen, Vice President and Publisher of NextGov, the Federal Technology News Division of Government Executive Media Group. I'm excited to continue today's discussion on emerging technologies and talk a little bit more about the future of network architectures. Joining me is Carmela McCutcheon, Manager of Federal Data Architects at Pure Storage. Welcome, Carmela.
Thank you for having me. Yeah, I run the Federal Data Architects group at Pure Storage, and we focus on AI-related opportunities and help our customers, along with NVIDIA, solve some pretty challenging problems around deep learning and machine learning.
What has Pure Storage done with NVIDIA lately to support the customer?
So one of the best things we've done is releasing our latest version of our AIRI architecture, which starts with supporting the new A100 GPUs and servers. And the coolest thing about that is now you can do inference and learning on the same capability, which gives us a lot more consistency in the architecture, software and hardware. So now you can go all the way to the edge of the data center and run the same stack and not have to, buy different makes and models out there to do different things. So it's really, really nice because you finally get one solution for both activities, which we haven't had before in the past.
And how does Pure Storage help enable these new capabilities like AI and ML?
So one of the things that we did, and it actually started with our history with NVIDIA, is we really optimize our solutions for Ethernet-based capabilities, which helps us get data quickly from sensors and data sources, whether they be cyber, full motion video, natural language processing type data sources, you name it. But the first thing we do is we help get all that data in quickly. We're highly parallel, and then we feed the GPUs at very high rates so they stay very utilized. And along with that, we've also rewritten some of the traditional Linux tools. So we have a capability where we've rebuilt like ls, du, some of these basic commands, so they're very parallel. As you deal with large data sets, you need that parallelization of those processes, so then you can move through a custom pipeline, which would clean your data first, create the metadata that's important, run it through an algorithm, fail it fast, and then rerun the same algorithm to learn something new. And those are some of the things that we've done lately along with this release.
And so why is it so important to run that so quickly, clean the data? Why is that so important for AI as, agencies like the DoD and the JAIC are looking at use cases like humanitarian efforts or looking at disaster recovery or just back office operations? Why is that so important?
So the first thing from an infrastructure perspective is you want a consistent capability that can be deployed in a small, I call it edge computing-like capability, or you want to be in the data center, and having something that's simple and consistent means that you can create standard SOPs. So if I'm the JAIC, I can recommend one solution independent of use case, which makes it easier for people to deploy because that consistency breeds repeatability. The second thing that we do is we do a lot of testing around software packages. So we'll sit there and work with like Dataiku, Data Robot, different DevOps stacks from OpenShift to Jenkins and things like that. So the JAIC can also think about, infrastructure is important, but what are the applications the developers actually use? And one of the very, very unique things that we do is when we integrate down at the edge or in the data center, we also have this hybrid capability where we can move data to GovCloud or to something like C2S and give you that flexibility to put it in the cloud or take it out of the cloud and bring it back to where the data scientists are or to where the data is actually created. So those are some of the things that we've done that help us enable programs like the JAIC or the DoD in general. And another interesting thing is we have customers like the Navy, the Air Force. We have a lot of intel agencies that do a lot of AI from a federal perspective. And we have a pretty consistent penetration within the federal marketplace where we can say that almost every agency uses our capability in some form or fashion because of that consistency, throughput, and repeatability, and then flexibility from a software stack, that you're not tied to just one AI capability. you can do different things, even though it's the same infrastructure.
Yeah, that's fantastic, and that is really critical, especially being able to move between clouds and at the edge back to the core to cloud. So no, that's fantastic. Congrats, Carmelo. It sounds like Pure and NVIDIA are doing some great work there. So I really appreciate you and those insights and your support of today's program. And thank you again to our audience for watching. Please be sure to stay tuned for the next session. Thanks again, Carmelo.
Thank you very much.